Guys, welcome back. It's Monday morning. There's a lot of footage from Frankton Thunder and also from Premier Events Final Farewell of Pukekohe, which was yesterday and the day prior. And they also ran a VIP day on the Friday. So the Friday out, God, my head's shiny, isn't it? Yeah, ball shiny. Friday afternoon, the VIP guys got out on the track as well. So we attended Saturday. It rained on the initial session, then it was fine for the roll racing, and then it was fine for the grip session. Saturday was pretty good. Good day, came home, stuff with the ute. Don't worry, I'll do a full video on that. Took car back. Didn't do grip session Sunday morning, didn't do that. Saving it for the roll racing. Did the roll racing, that was great. I'll update you on that with the video. Then we did the grip session after that. Insert some video here. Did I do it? There's some video there. So the car's not looking great. I just bonked my head on the low cost that I should be working on today. So we've obliterated our carbon fibre bumper again. That's not good. That little piece of aluminium trim that I've got on the edge, on the front there, that's a bit of time, but value of material, nothing. The signboard at the bottom, hey, that was a little bit beaten up anyway, wasn't it really? So it wasn't perfect, but it was fit for purpose. There's maybe $100 in material there. So we're up for the intercooler radiator's trashed as well. You can see some dents on the front of that from here, and it's leaking, so not good. So we're up for, I'm going to say, $400 or $500 in materials at least. Ideally, that bumper is actually smoked. That has to be rebuilt from new. Repairing it from that state's not ideal, but we'll see. And a bunch of time. Now, this is looking good, isn't it, this thing? There's kind of two ways this goes in people's heads. Oh, if you get into the finer details, there's thousands, right? But guy drives on track, he hits the cones, scatters the cones across the track. Somebody else comes along the track, and their car gets damaged from it. Now, choosing my words carefully. Everybody knows, like, I don't need to be told, and you don't need to say it in the comments, and you don't need to post it on Facebook, because you're a dick if you do, because I've been doing this long enough to know you go on the track and you accept the risks. That's a given. I'm not stupid, you don't need to tell me that, and you make yourself silly thinking that you need to tell me that. There's the thing, if you fall off the racetrack, you damage the racetrack. Hey, let's talk about the drifters who were crying about me supposedly damaging the grass at Taupo. Remember that one? And I should have to pay for that. So here's people thinking I should be sent home because I'm damaging grass and I should have to pay the costs and rah, rah, rah. But then the flip side to that is somebody hits cones and puts debris on the racetrack and damages somebody else's car via their own accident, and that's okay. Sorry is all they have to say. So that's interesting logic, isn't it? My thing is accountability and responsibility. If I'm out there and on the track, there's witnesses to it. I came into the track, off the track, sorry, I came into the pits, and the first thing I did was get out before I'd even seen the front of my car, before I even knew that it actually had damage on it. I knew it hit things, I didn't know if it was damaged or not. I was asking to make sure if I had hit the cones or not on the exit for pits, because I knew I had got close. I didn't think I had, and there certainly wasn't any noise to indicate that I had. But I know that the next time I came around, there's cones and shit everywhere. So I was concerned about that, and the next thing would have been, is anyone else's stuff damaged? The first thing would have been to go and apologise to the track officials. And I think at that point we didn't know when I left that pit garage whether I had hit the cones or not. And I was off to do that, to talk to them, to ask and to find out what actually happened. Then I found out it was someone else had done it. So anyway, my thing would have been if someone else's vehicle had been damaged, or if clearly the cones had been damaged, so I was up for the cost of that if I had hit them myself. That's how I roll. And I would have contributed to repair costs of somebody else. In my opinion, that's my responsibility. That's my mistake that caused that, if that had been the way it had gone. But the way it's actually gone is it's someone else's mistake, and it's my car that's trashed, and I'm expected just to wear it and pay for it, and sorry is acceptable. It's interesting, eh? Just the way people roll. So that's fine. That's the way it is. It's not going to change. Saying thing about it, it's not going to make it any different. That's what we've got. That's the joys of using your car on the racetrack, apparently. So, car's good. Car's mint, 100% mint. Happy down to this line at the bottom of your screen. In fact, that side of it's, if we can actually, it's only a hand. That's all. It's just the surface area of a hand has damaged that. Let's take some stuff off and get it fixed. We've got a couple of weeks, and then we are doing another event at this racetracky here. It's a play day. They're actually good, fun events. I enjoy those, and hopefully we won't have this sort of, although who knows, right? Who knows? Let's take it apart and see how much is actually destroyed in here. Well, there's your problem. Ain't got no gas in it. Well, I mean, actually has. We could go driving them, and didn't look. There's still got some. This is kind of the bulk of the damaged stuff. Actually, the top plastic is basically okay. It hasn't really hurt that. There's a little bit of something going on here, but it wasn't perfect to start with. I think I will replace this though. They're not terribly expensive. Retails under $300 for that, brand spanking new for that bit of plastic. And we'll try and integrate the carbon fibre and stuff while we're fixing. We'll do better. There's a bit of a floater kicking around there, a little bit of a, oh, this is supposed to be attached to something. Where's that go, guys? It's got a screw hole. I thought it was here, but that's upside down for that. How's that work? Geez, I built the thing. You'd think I'd figure this one out. I don't know. It definitely doesn't go upside down. There. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. I was thinking the screw must be at the end, but it's not. It kind of floats. So that's that bit. Oh. Yeah, it's not going to stay there, is it? Can't fix it just like that. That's still... Oh, there we go. We got that off. Cool. I was going to say that's still kind of hanging on by some screws, and it's good that we've got this little handle here now, so we can take it off. Yeah, it's just one or two screw holes just slightly not good anymore. It's not really a big deal. Bit of dirt and stuff in here from the rain on the weekend. That's fine. The bigger concern is the screw holes right at the back there that are quite damaged, and the mount that they're attached to that is now quite damaged, which actually holds the transfer case and stuff. So that's not good. This is not particularly expensive, this bit of stuff here. It's no biggie. Like I said before, this is pretty much free except for the time to make it. Same with stuff. I could probably replicate this for $200, $300 in materials and some time, but it's beaten up my bloody lower radiator support, and I guess it's probably damaged the actual rad support on the chassis, which ironically was the reason for the car being written off in the first place. This is why we got it so cheap to start with, but it was on this side. Someone had banged the lower rad support into something in a car park or something like that, and it wrote the car off. That's why we've got it. So here we are back with the same thing. I can walk all over this now, can't I? Let's see if we got any wrinkles here. Shit, there is a big wrinkle there, but that's supposed to be there. That's the shape. Yeah, let's push this back. See, that's supposed to look like that. It doesn't anymore because it's beaten it up. Ripped another piece of carbon fibre to pieces, although I think it's sprung back to where it should be, so there's maybe not an issue there. Just put a couple of big washes on this, or make a new piece while I'm at it. I'll just take this off and panel beat it back into shape, and we'll get on with fixing it. There's certainly a few commentators on the internet telling me how I should be thinking and what I should know and what my opinion and stuff should be. Fuck. Goobers, anyway, I am fixing the car. I don't have a choice, do I? Fix it, carry on. I don't need to be told fix it and carry on. What other options are there? Jeebus. This, it did leak. It doesn't appear to be leaking much. Not a biggie if it's a drop every little bit, every little now and then. I mean, I could just leave that as it is, right, and just wait for the next time someone runs over some cones and I end up hitting the frickin' debris, and then we get two for the price of one. Two other people's stuff ups causing damage for one repair. It's a good idea, that one. I think it's lunchtime, and then I'll go and get this new top bumper thing for fixing it. We might as well improve it. All right. Oh wait, you've seen that? Yeah, you've seen that. We'll go outside here in the sunshine. Come out in the sunshine with me. It's a nice day. It really is. These fellas in Hamilton, Ross, thanks mate. Got us some new signboard to fix the car. Jim Wright Nissan. New genuine Nissan OEM bumper cover, front cover, I think the technical term for that is. Go back in here. Back in here. There's not really much wrong with what's on top there. I think I've already discussed that. And look, you can see we don't use much at the top. There's a line that comes down here and across there, and that's about it. It's only just a very itty bitty bit. But this one, nothing to do with what's just happened to it just now, but there's a clip that's supposed to be there, it's busted out. This is a little bit torn here. It's the same sort of deal on the other side. That was actually a better nick, but yeah, it's a whole piece missing here altogether, just gone. There it is there, but it's just not very happy, right? And stuff and things here. So like if we're going to make a mould off that as one piece, it needs to be in better condition though. So we've got that. That's less than 300 bucks, so that's good. The signboard, I'm not sure what price I'm allowed to say, is it's less than 150, should be safe there. Shouldn't be cutting into their margin too much. So there we go. Yeah, the more you look, the more you see, right? So that's bent as well. Something else to fix. It's bent there too, yeah. We'll get it. Hey, it's fixed now. I need a hamdammer. And it's fixed. Where's my cold vodka? I don't actually drink anymore. That's not going to work. But as you can see, there's some cutting to do. Nothing like cutting up brand new stuff. Pretty much on that panel line that comes down here. Zip, 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 across here somewhere. Maybe it does need a black bumper on the front of it. That looks pretty cool, doesn't it? That bit's easy. Cut that out like that. The splitter bit on the bottom, that's pretty easy too. Signboard, I've shown you this before. I made a hash of it in that particular video. I managed to stuff it up and drill some holes in the wrong spot somehow. I should know better than that. I've done this so many times in the aircraft industry. You lay out over the top there, clamp it down so it doesn't move, and you drill through the holes that you want to use, and then you're good as gold. All the holes will be in the right spot. Should, if nothing's been busted up too much underneath the car, bolt back into the car. As good as. There's some things I want to change to do with the shape of these things, so I need to, I've hit this with a hammer and gave it a little bit of a clean. Put it back up underneath the car, move the wheels around and just get the clearances a bit nicer, as much surface area as I can get. Make more downforce might help me stop to avoid broken cones. We should stop. Nah, I'm going to continue. I'm going to start joking about that now during the course of this video. I'll bang on about it for a couple of days, and then we'll move on. If you don't like that, move along. Yep. So, and then the shape of it, I'm not sure. I can make it quite a lot bigger, but it just gets beaten up more. So, for now, I'll trim it off a little bit and just leave it hanging out in the breeze until I figure out what I want to do. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be straightening that out. Half of it's still pretty good, my nice little doofer. Couple of splits in it and stuff. I guess I'm going to have to just make another one. Maybe do a slightly better job. I was going to throw it on the ground for a laugh, but it'll be really loud. Cone was here. Someone's actually, they posted. Crash. Wait. Someone posted a video from in-car showing the actual event of the other car. You'll notice I haven't named or said. I know who it is. I know who was driving. Scruffy. I'm not going to call him out. Whatever. I spoke with him. He's not interested. He's just like, what do you expect me to do? Oh, sorry. And that's the end of it. So that's fine. Not going to call him out. Not going to start an internet war. Whatever. So yeah, someone posted up a video showing what happened, and it wasn't like just a gentle drift across and bump into the cones. It was come flying out the racetrack a billion miles an hour, nearly going to crash into the back of another car and dodge hard to the right and clean out the cones on the pit exit. So definitely someone else's bad day destroying my stuff and things. So whatever, let's carry on fixing it. Yep, that's bent too. Haven't done this yet. This is actually going to be a good little bench in the meantime. Hopefully I won't wreck it in the process of fixing the other wrecked things. That's supposed to be a 90-degree bend. It's not really anymore, clearly. It is at the other end. I'm going to try and figure out how I'm going to do that. It's probably going to involve the pan brake or the folder or whatever. That's a bit of a dent on the leading edge too. That's a nuisance. And a bit of physical brute force and the shrinker. Pull that edge there back. We should be able to save that. It won't look as pretty anymore, but nobody sees that. Anyway, it's just a heap of time to try and make another one, but it's not really practical to make another one just for that. And then who knows, I could do something silly the next time it's driven and wreck it. So again, we'll do 2 crashes for the price of 1 repair thingy. We'll straighten this out and go again. I should turn that off really. It was just too funny not to have it on. It just came on the radio a few seconds ago. That's much better. More betterer. Bit of a wobble in the top here to sort out. That's a piece of cake. That's not going to be as easy as I'd like, but we'll deal with that. There's also some staining here, which gives a clue as to probably the biggest problem that we've got to deal with. Apparently what did he say? I don't know, some jerk on the internet. I'm consistently whining or something. Meh, whatever. He's obviously volunteering his time to fix stuff and things. Never mind. So some of these riv nuts are a bit loose. May have to be drilled out, replaced, or possibly retensioned. You can sometimes give them just a bit more of a tweak and go again. If it's something that's not coming on and off frequently, that'll probably be all right. We don't intend to take the radiator out too frequently, the intercooler radiator. Although it does need to come out because it is leaking. Leaking. So it's quite bent and twisted and distorted and had a big whack in here. You can see fins and tubes and stuff. I think I mentioned it earlier. That's more Godera. More excellentized. I can't even say it. I was trying to make a stupid word and couldn't even say it. Like it's ugly, but it's flat and straight and not rattly anymore and will do its job it needs to do. You can totally see it's had a hard life, but that's good, right? That's reconditioned. Put that back in the car. We're just talking to someone actually making jokes about the whole thing. He said he was going to say something about typical Hamiltonian smashing cones or something, and I said, well, you should probably mention the lab while we're at it. The lab smashing cones and like picture of the march with the cones. Yeah, anyway, funny. There we go. We've all heard the expression better than you. I try to make improvements on these things as I go. So there's the old one. The old one, if you, I don't know how square that's going to look on screen, but this panel in the middle here is not actually running dead true. It's kind of leaning over that way a little bit. It's also slightly too long, and what happens is the screws at the front here, one of those interferes with the base of the water pump, one of the water pumps. So in the new and improved version, it's been abbreviated, it's been shortened, it's brought towards the back of the car, and that'll help with another thing, because the piece that runs across the back there is just a little bit shy of reaching the panel support that runs across here, so it'll seal against that, so it's better. And we've got rid of, that's actually the top, isn't it? Hang on. We've got rid of a whole bunch of scratches that nobody would ever see. And I need some more fake carbon fibre. Anyone got some? We're gonna, I'm not doing it, I'm not gonna scratch it. Underneath here, because it runs quite low to the ground. And she's been scratchy. Some of that has happened just after this has been done, right? So this corner wasn't supported as well, and it's a bit more beaten up. So, but that's all right. We don't see the bottom of the car. It's not really got a big enough section. The offcuts from this, really good if you've got a young child that does puzzles. There's a piece there, right? So we can cut this out, peel the stuff off it. You can do puzzles on top of those boards, and then you can just pick them up and put them away. So have them lying around on kitchen table and stuff. So there's a tip for all you fellas and fellasses who watch. If you've got little ones, that looks bloody badass. I'll tell you what, it's 6 o'clock. I'm not going to finish this one up because there's a bit of work to do on that, which is now outside of the environment. Yes, the front fell off. Yes. What's his name? John or something? Some Australian. That'll do. Check that out. I'm going to edit this. I'm going to put it up tonight. Thanks for watching. Cheers, bye.